in the city of Kingston, Jamaica. It is Pepper Seed Thursday, the day where we take you down memory lane, back in the good old days, and rekindle those nostalgic memory. My very special guest, a living legend in the eyes of many, Reneto de Cordova Valentino Adams, is my very special guest here on Miss Kitty Live. His name has again rang bells all across Jamaica, reverberating all across the world, as many call for him to be the next commissioner of police. Many persons are fascinated by him, intrigued by him, and all he has done. Some people are saying he is the Messiah and the chosen one to make it all happen. But of course, he just did not appear out of the blue. He has been 40 years. He spent 40 years in the police force, the Jamaica Constabulary Force. He has given selflessly. He has given unreservedly. And of course, he is here talking to us this afternoon. The man from St. Elizabeth is here in Kingston. And so you came to Kingston, and so you saw the deportment of the police officers, how they carried themselves, how they were regarded, and you wanted to be a part of that. So talk to me now about, you got in the force, you passed all the tests and did all that. How did your transition from constable to, how did you move up the ranks?
Well, it was really rough because I was one of those policemen who, I remember in 1974 when I was stationed at Bagwalk as an acting corporal of police. And I had the drive of a particular, very prominent politician at the time. I had him prosecuted. And I was called by the superintendent at the time of the division that I should have the charges dropped.
Yes.
Against this man. So I said, Superintendent, sir, and so, I don't know how to drop the charges. I don't know. I was taught that as long as the person has already been prosecuted, that's it.
Yes.
And he called me to his office and told me how it could be done. And I refused doing that. That was a Wednesday. Yes. And that was on 1974.
And you remember it like it was yesterday?
Yes.
Yes.
And that was a Wednesday. And because I refused and took the man to court, by Friday it came out in the force order that I was transferred from Bagwalk straight to Ellison Road, police traffic headquarters. In those days I was a traffic cop. Yes. And should be placed under 6 months supervision. Yes. And then I was there. That superintendent called me and told me, Mr. Adams, I don't know. Well, they wouldn't have said Mr. those days. I think he said acting Corporal Adams. I was under instruction to have you supervised for 6 months. Well, you have turned out to be one of my best officers. Yes. And within 2 years being there, or 3 years, I was promoted to sergeant. Wow. But ironically again, I remember when a particular government came in power and I was in charge of what you call at the time traffic engineering. Yes. I had, in those days, you remember the days of the robots. Yes. These patty pans and all that stuff. And many of these buses were controlled not by policemen at that time. Policemen were not so loose. But they were controlled by what you call middle businessmen, politicians. Yes. You know, business trying owners, to make a life. Yes. I used to see them, plentifully. And I remember a particular man, two buses were seized, was connected to, as I said, that particular government at the time that came in. And I was again told by a senior superintendent to have the charges dropped and to return the man bus. And I didn't. I bluntly refused. And again, I was reverted at this time from the section and kicked away to St. Anne's Bay. Wow. To take up duty. How did that make you feel, Mr. Adams? Did that demotivate you as a young policeman? Did that make you feel, because you're doing the right thing. You're conducting yourself professionally, ethically, executing how you were taught in training school. You're doing the right thing, and you are being prosecuted and persecuted for doing the right thing. Well, how I felt and my reaction was, I was always a person who said, if you transferred me to Montego Bay because of what I have done in Kingston, as long as it was honest and decent, as soon as I reach Montego, you're going to have to transfer me again. Because I'm going to continue to do my work.
Yes.
And that is how my career evolved, because every time they penalize me for something, whatever reaction or action you take,
yes,
to have me, castigated for that, I went and repeated it.
So then the idea that some people may have, that you were defiant and you were unruly.
Very defiant, very defiant. I always defiant in the face of corruption, of anybody trying to breach your integrity.
Yes.
Trying to breach the integrity of the institution you're in.
Yes.
Was very defiant.
Yes.
And even now, and I think that is what is bothering me. This is the third time I'm applying for the Commissioner of Police.
So you have applied?
Well, I have not seen the application request yet.
Are you planning to apply?
100 times on the part of the Jamaican people. They have called me.
Yes.
I personally don't want no money.
Yes.
I personally not looking any gratification.
So you'll do it for free?
I would do it for free.
Yeah?
Yes.
You heard it on Miss Kitty Live. Mr. Reneto Adams is saying that he's willing to be the Commissioner of Police for Jamaica for free. He wants to clean up Jamaica, and he's not personally looking for any monetary gratification. He wants to clean up his country.
I mean that.
Yes.
And the people have called me. It's not me. I've never even thought about it. I saw going on social media where a petition started 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
When they had hint that this commissioner would go. I didn't even know about it.
Yes.
I was called and told that this is happening.
Yes.
And if the people, you look on it, and if you can do a scientific research on it, or poll on it, and it's alarming.
Yes.
To see the results that I have seen in some polls, although they are not scientific.
Right.
Right? The last one I saw this morning, the nearest person to me had 8%. I had 75%.
That's overwhelming.
And you tell me, many a person in this country, especially certain clique,
yes,
give me a lot of bad rating.
Yes.
And all that. But look on what the people are saying. If I were what people accuse me of, I breach human rights and all that. That's not so.
But they will say, Mr. Adams, maybe those of who are calling for you, maybe they don't know better and they don't understand and they don't have the bigger picture, and so they will call for you because they don't understand what that means.
Well, the young people have a way to get information.
Yes.
And they can Google me now. I'm challenging anybody now in Jamaica to Google me, and you see who RENETO Adams is. I've always been an objective person. I've always been a positive person. I always take challenges head on and deal with them.
Yes.
I never really thought about the results, So therefore, if the flood is coming down Bradley Avenue, my first thought was to repel, to redirect the flood. Mm-hmm. That is my objective.
Redirecting the flood. He is RENETO Adams, my very special guest here this afternoon. Miss Kitty Live. He says he is going to apply. He wants to apply. He's willing to serve. He's here to serve, and he will do so free of cost. Nationwide 90 FM, Miss Kitty Live on a Pepper Seed Thursday. Living legend RENETO Adams, my very special guest right here on a Pepper Seed Thursday. Nationwide 90 FM, what a start to Black History Month. A very strong black man, a son of the soil. RENETO de Cordova, Valentino Adams, my very special guest here this afternoon, revealing on Miss Kitty Live that he is wanting to apply. He's willing to apply for the post of Commissioner of Police. Though in some quarters, some may not go give him a bad rating, as he said. The majority of Jamaicans, both here and abroad, have given him the nod, and they have given him the support that would be needed to do so. So Mr. Adams, what is it? Because you're somewhere I read that you said you could clean up the crime in 6 months or get things back together in 6 months.
That was disingenuous of that person
to say that.
To have said that.
Clarify.
The clarification I would want to apply to that is that I said if I were given a chance by reorganizing the hierarchy of the force, the middle managers,
yes,
in order put in, as I spoke before, the right persons in the right slots based on their performance, their merit, and everything, and no other consideration.
Yes.
And the strategies in place, put all the resources in place, and start making inroads in criminal activities. In about 6 months' time, we should start to see tangible results.
Okay.
Because I could not have 50 years we took and brought the thing here.
Yes.
50 years.
Can't be cleaned up overnight.
Can't be cleaned up overnight. But what thing I can promise you, as it appears now to some people, they say it to me, is not, I'm making this observation. Like when criminals are having their way now, and there's not a deliberate response,
yes.
effective and efficient response. And the people thought that I have that ability and that capacity and that attitude.
Yes.
One thing you will see noticeable about my administration, and I don't want to put you on the block, but anybody know in the studio, you tell me the last time you see a khaki, a senior person on the street, leading. I don't know. For me,
yes,
I have not been seeing many.
And I will say that, Mr. Adams, that's one of the things that a lot of people say about you, that you're on the ground,
yes.
You're in the street,
yes.
and not that administrative type of police officer, or was that police officer, because, and that's what some persons are saying, some commissioners are too far removed from yes. the issue and from the problem, and you're stationed right there at the commissioner's office, and you're not being felt enough on the road.
Well, I can promise you that if I were appointed, my office would be transferable.
Yes.
Based on the occasion existing. So if we had problems in Westmoreland,
mm-hmm.
and the police there were having problem in dealing with it, I would be taking some of my senior persons along with the necessary resources and take up office in Westmoreland.
Yes.
And clean up the place again and move on.
Yes.
And give that leadership. Because policemen, they like to be pampered by their leaders. Pampered, that I mean, set good example.
Yes.
Motivate them.
Yes.
Stimulate them.
Yes.
Excite them.
Yes.
To performance.
Yes.
You do it yourself. So I'm not going to send and say, search under that stone, a gun is under it.
Yes.
I'm going to first search under the stone and find the gun.
Yes.
And show them.
Yes.
And I will be there. When I was out there on the CMU, they used to send my food separately from the men, you know.
Yes.
And send it in a different tray.
Yes.
And pretty it up. I said, no. I go and eat where you send for the constable.
Yes.
And we sit down under the tree there. As the senior superintendent, let them call in and tell me no if I'm lying. And eat there with them. I don't go to one hotel or in a one pretty building and people that serve you. We eat out of the little styrofoam box same way with everybody.
Yes.
And then I say, gentlemen, intelligence has come in. 3 guns are here. Let's go.
Yes.
I didn't say you go. And when I say let's go, where you think I am? In the front?
Yes.
Not at the rear.
Yes.
All right, don't come when I hear you find a gun. I am there digging too, and that's the type of commissioner I will be.
So why were you overlooked? Because obviously your track record is there. They would have known, they would have seen, they would have heard. When I remember when they were looking for police, a commissioner of police, and you were not appointed. Why was that?
Really, I don't know. Jamaica, and I say this not cautiously, but calculatively. Jamaica has never, in my view, this is my view, gotten the Prime Minister they deserve. They have never gotten the Commissioner of Police they deserve. They have never gotten all the people that you know who are in high position. And when I say deserve, people who will go there and do the people's work.
Yes.
It was always on a status quo basis. So because a man went to KC and a man go to Jamaica College, or a man go here and all there, so therefore your placement was predicated on that scenario.
On your association, not
Of
on your
course.
qualification.
Thank you. So I am telling you plain today, and I'm telling the Police Services Commission and the government, if you want a commissioner of police who will go and calculate quickly in algebra for you and introducing Einstein sciences, Pythagoras theorem, don't look in Renito Adams. Not that I can't do it. But if you're looking for a man to deal with crime and criminal elements, then I'm inviting them to look in my direction.
Yes.
And that is a problem we have been in the force. A man going with a degree, perhaps sometime probably in math theory.
Yes.
How you learn, how you bury people.
Yes.
Or some other, you know.
Botany or zoology.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right? And when him come back to the force, is them their direction them looking to? He has never spent a day doing policing, you know.
Yes.
Most of them you see up there, all the days have been spent at school.
Yes.
Nothing wrong with school, you know. But I'm saying, if you have a problem, all my education and all my studying, all the courses I've gone abroad, locally, Jamaica Staff College, my own local courses and international courses were based on policing science.
Yes.
Learning policing.
And how to fight crime.
Learning policing.
Yes.
So therefore, when I'm sent anywhere, I have no problem. I know what to do.
Yes.
So, again, I'm saying, if they want somebody to deal with the crime and who knows basic, intermediate, and senior policing, call on Renito Adams.
Renito Adams, my very special guest here this afternoon on Miss Kitty Live. We're going on till 5 o'clock. We're talking to him about family. We're talking to him about his growing up, his childhood days, his early days in the police force, and of course his bid now to be the next police commissioner. He says he's willing and ready to serve. And if it is that the Police Services Commission wants a man who is qualified in the area of crime fighting, who knows it, who has lived it, who has been in there from the days of Noah, call on Renito Adams. This is Miss Kitty Live on Nationwide 90 FM. You can call as well. I'm going to open my phone lines, 630-9371, 630-9372, 630-9373, or 630-9374. If you're calling from your digital phone, call me on 618-8255. And so you can speak a word to Mr. Adams. What are your thoughts? Do you think he's ready? Do you think he is equipped? Do you think he is the man for the job? If so, call me right here on Nationwide 90 FM. But you are a lover of music, Mr. Adams, and outside of the character or the police officer that a lot of people have come to know, you are a fun man and you like to enjoy yourself.
And one important element of that fun too is I'm also a fan of fast cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Tell me
I
about
drive
that.
races. Right now I drive what you call a Subaru STI. That is the top of the line.
Oh, wow.
Fast, pushing those 400 horsepower now.
Oh, and you drive.
And also the owner of what you would call a Evolution 10.
Oh, what?
That
You
is
know some
another
Manala?
tough car.
Manala. Say, own a ever 10.
600 horsepower.
So you like fast cars?
Of course.
What
ever
else?
since.
What else do you like?
I like I said, the fashion.
Yeah, yep.
You know,
Tell us about the fashion because Mr. Adams, but not to the lie. When it comes to dressing from my band, first of all, your aviator shades are your, you know.
My signature.
Yeah, your
yes, most
signature, okay?
Yeah.
Most people know you, and when you see the aviator shades come on, you know what time it is. You don't have them on today, but where did you get that style from? I mean, your fashion, your style, your mode of dress.
I tell you, in 1985.
Yes.
I remember having seen a show. Was it before? Yeah, it was before 85. I think it was 75. They had a show, a movie by the name of Shaft.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, Shaft.
Yes.
It was a black guy. I don't remember his
Yes, I think
guy.
Samuel L. Jackson ended up
No,
playing
it
the
was-
new one.
Oh, the new
yes,
one.
yeah.
Shaft was, oh Lord. Anyway, and in those days, they always have these gangster elements
Yes.
who were the same ribbon at the time. And I was impressed with the man look. The man look was impressive,
Yeah.
was demanding, it devastated me.
Yeah.
And I said I had to get one of those glasses,
yes.
you know. And it fit the role he played,
Yes.
because he was acting as the co-star, which is really the gangster side of the team.
Yes.
And in those days, not much gun killing like now and all the foolishness and all that. And the signature when he stepped in a room at the particular time,
Yes.
and just by the other people seeing him in this glass, right, everybody's
Pull up.
pull up
Yes.
and all that stuff. And then I was a traffic cop and I started wearing that from 1975.
So it's not just now.
It's not just now, but it has a lot of folklore to it. You know, they say I can see round corner through. I never negated that.
Yes.
They say I can see through the ground.
Yes.
I never negated that.
Yeah.
Them says me good in them a guzo there.
Yeah.
But as a criminal think that way, that I can see him round corner. You think I will negate that?
Yeah.
Let he continue to believe that I'll see him around the
Corner, exactly.
So it's not only the figuratively speaking aspect of it,
Yes.
but I also use it as a signature. So when criminal elements see that, and
Yeah.
especially when they see me coming in that,
Yes.
they know I mean business.
They don't want to see you in the blue suit.
No, they don't want to see it.
In the helmet and the black face.
And everything.
I want to see that.
And it continued like that, and I have always worn a Ray-Ban, and you know, they're very expensive.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. Because
firm.
you're a man of a lot of, you know, when it comes to class and when it comes to dressing. Because even
Yeah.
today, you're
Yeah.
decked out in green and black. You
Yes.
have on like you have a jacket on. You have your silk shirt, the
Yes.
pants to match the jacket, and a top for the shoes, my love. Cause the boot there, oh my lord, it's
It's a suede and leather.
suede and leather. There you
Yes.
go.
And so on. And I like to eat good too. I'm a lover of lobster.
Yeah.
Fish.
Yeah.
A lot of vegetable fruits,
Yeah.
nuts. I do a lot of exercise too.
Yeah.
Whole lot. If a day came and I didn't do my exercises, I would have felt that I lost something for that day.
Yeah.
And I love people. I love children.
Yeah. How many children do you have?
I am totally a different person from the Reneto Adams you see on duty,
Yes.
right? As long as you're a decent, law-abiding citizen, right? You can lead me with a rotten string
Yes.
because you're not a threat to me or society.
Yeah.
But if you behave as a criminal element, then my motivation to deal with you immediately rises.
Mm-hmm.
And so therefore, some people have me as this monster.
Yes.
But
And that's
then-
what we're trying to. That's why I wanted you on my show, to show a different side of you.
Yes.
Because I know that there are some people who perception is one thing. And sometimes people misinterpret
Yes.
the different hats you wear.
Yes.
Because, for example, as you said, Reneto Adams on duty is different from Reneto chilling, having some lobster.
Of course, yes. You know, so I remember when I was stationed at Garden Town, and the lady came in at, I think it was 4:30 in the morning, having her baby, and all that stuff. When I got up, I don't remember if I was a commanding officer, but could have been. And she came, got her in the Jeep, we were moving down Garden Town where the baby started coming more and more. And we stopped and I delivered the baby.
Wow.
And she can call now, she named her son. She took two of my names and named her son, Reneto Di Cardova.
Wow.
And that's the other side of me.
Yes.
I love the poor.
Yes.
I love the oppressed. I'm only devastated when I see we operate in a way that allow them to continue to be poor
Mm-hmm.
and hungry.
Yes.
And, you know, sometimes that I asked myself, should I go into politics?
Mm-hmm.
But you know politics in Jamaica, whichever party you go into, and you try to deviate from the norm they have written down, you're going to have problem with them.
Backlash.
They asked me to run, a particular party asked me to run as a candidate in a particular parish. And I told them no, because I say, I'm not going to follow the party line. I'm going to follow what is in the interest of the people.
Yes.
So if the time came and I had to vote on an issue, and it was introduced by the PMP, or conversely the GLP, I don't take the party into consideration. What I take into consideration is the value of that vote to approve something to the benefit of the nation.
Yes.
So I said, don't call me, because you and I, we're going to have a whole trouble in the party, so leave me alone.
When you're at home, are you the chef type? Can you cook? Are you good? Are you like the chef type?
Yes, well, I'm not the person who is used to cooking like the Italian dish and the Finnish dish, and I am used to cooking the countryman food.
Talk to me about that.
If I need a dumpling for you, you eat it every day.
Yeah. Lord have mercy. What about fried dumpling? Are you good at fried dumpling?
Fried dumpling, yellow yam.
Yeah.
I like cocoa too.
Oh, yeah?
And I cook, cocoa. I make good gungo soup, red
True.
fish soup.
Yeah.
And my favorite cooking style now is fish, especially snapper.
Snapper, yes.
So you have the snapper, you have your vegetable and your pepper.
Yes.
And so on. I don't use powder.
Yes.
Everything that I use as seasoning must be fresh. So the scallion is fresh, the onion is fresh, the thyme is fresh.
Yes.
Everything.
Well, you are from the breadbasket parish,
Definitely.
so you have those things on to spare. You have them at your disposal. So naturally, you'd want that natural vibe.
Definitely. So, where food is concerned, I as long as it's good food, healthy food.
Yes.
I don't eat stuff that, like things that will make you get sick.
Yes.
And so on. I love to swim. I'm a very good swimmer.
Oh, yeah?
Very good swimmer.
Olympic team swimmer?
I don't know. I don't know how I have come about. When I went to the training school in 67,
yes.
the big sign in red on the wall at Port Royal.
Yes.
No swimming, dangerous.
Yes.
But would you believe me, that is where I go and swim and jump over there. And I've always loved to confront challenges.
Yes.
Anywhere a danger sign is, me have to find out why them say it's dangerous. And funnily, when I was serving, I was so passionate about my job.
Yes.
And especially when I was leading in what you call crime management. If a day came and you never had a challenge, I would have thought that I had lost a day and wasn't valuable at all.
So challenges motivate you.
Challenges motivate me.
Talk to me about some of the persons who have been influential in your life and that has helped to shape Reneto into the man that he is today.
In the first part of my career, you had people like, and if you research, you do a Jez Marston. He was what we would call a J. Edgar Hoover.
Okay, right, from FBI, yes.
No case at all of murder that he attended to. I wouldn't say there was not one, but as far as I remember, all were solved.
Yes.
Everyone was solved. And then we came on to people like Baldwin Stewart. We came on to people, and it's a natural progression coming up of other persons.
Yes.
So I copied from them, and you come, well, I've come out, funnily, in the same Trinity.
Yes.
Right?
I was about to ask you about him,
Trinity.
and of course, Tony, Lang.
Tony Lang.
Yes.
Lang,
Bigger Ford.
Bigger Ford. I've learned from all of them.
Yeah.
Right? And you have not gone into religion yet. I'm not a man who joins anything at all. I'm not a member of any church, any society, any lodge, any choir, nothing at all.
Why is that?
Because, and I love them and respect them and for what they stand for. But being a policeman at that time, I didn't want if I saw my Catholic brother committing an offense. I was constrained from prosecuting him because we were Catholic brothers. So I absolved myself of any encumbrance where I was a Catholic, so to speak.
Yes.
Or a Christian, so to speak.
Yes.
That I could do my job.
Without any hindrance.
Without any hindrance.
Yeah.
So it's simple that. It's not that I hate them.
Yes. Do you play any sports?
Sports, yes. Football, run.
Yeah.
I always run. Have races with my children.
Yeah.
So on. You know, the mother and kids.
Are you the disciplinarian father? Are you the disciplinarian dad? Or are you more the pushover dad?
Yes. The way I exercise discipline, of course, I'm a disciplinarian dad. But I don't ironically, I don't exercise discipline by the use of force. I exercise discipline by the use of my own action.
Yeah.
Examples.
Yes.
You understand? So I have my son, and I go home and see him, and I hold him and rub up in my head and rub in my ears. And I'll do is my son, I kiss him.
Yes.
Yes, and I take my finger and rub down him eyebrow for him.
Yes.
And play with him ears and ask him how was school and tell him, motivate him. Daughters just the same.
Yes.
And all that stuff. But I'm a disciplinarian.
Yes.
And disciplinarian to the extent we have so many things to talk about. My daughters used to say, but Daddy, how you have that high rank in the force, and every time the policemen catch us speeding and give us ticket, we give you to go and have it cleared up for us. You know what they mean, you got bigger chance.
Yes.
I said, no. How much the ticket charge? What is the charge on the ticket? $5, $10,000. I give them my money and say I'm going to pay it.
Yes.
I say if I go and do that, I will be further enhancing the problem of corruption in the force.
Wow.
So these are the things I try to. I'm not telling you that I'm any paragon of virtue. Right? I'm not telling you that. Neither am I telling you that I'm not.
Yes.
Right? But I say that to say this. I cannot afford at all for anybody to have the slightest idea that I am deliberately and willfully involving myself in a criminal association with anyone for that matter.
Yes.
That is why I operate.
What would the Reneto Adams of now, with all your wealth of knowledge, experience, all that you have been through in life, both personally and professionally, what would the Reneto in 2018, what advice would the Reneto in 2018 give the Reneto who graduated from the police academy, in terms of life experiences, just general advice coming through?
Keep away from wrongdoings, keep away from corruption. Keep away from bad influence.
Yeah.
Do a lot of reading. Do a lot of exercising. When you have some time, you go and do a lot of exercise. And like I said, reading, obey the laws. Even if you are grown up, obey your mother and your father. Observe the examples, good examples of other persons. Stay away from peer pressure. Some people are of the view that you can't stay away from peer pressure. Peer pressure has never affected me negatively. Because I'm simple, Reneto Adams. If you're doing the wrong thing, I'm not going to join you.
Yes.
Even if you hold the gun at my head.
Yes.
So I'm telling the people at school especially now to keep away from peer pressure. The other side, you may not yet see the other side. Because you are growing.
Yes.
You are assimilating. Right? And when you have grown up, got your education and all that stuff, there's a side you will find out that you are viable, you are progressive, you are valuable.
Yes.
People want your service, and so on. So my daughter, second daughter, just finished her PhD in pharmacology.
Nice. Congratulations.
First daughter has her master's. Third daughter has her master's also. She's an architect.
Nice.
I grew them up in a way, maybe it's stupid. None of my daughter had any children before they were 36. And they are 3, 4. But one is still in growth. And every time that they left from, say, kindergarten to primary, to high, to university, I would hear them say, Daddy, we're not ready for any boyfriend yet.
Have you ever, any boy ever come out and say, Mr. Adams? And when you come out, you can't imagine, you hear such a name, whatever Adams, you know. I say, yeah, man, me go, me go Kitty Adams, oh. Well, and when you come and knock at the gate, there, man. I say, Mr. Adams, come on, you know me, I keep it moving. Well, I mean, no, says the wrong address, sir, it's all right.
My daughter, them cost me plenty time.
Yeah? Do you scare away the boyfriends?
Yes, and said, Daddy, when I tell him, say, you're my father, the man don't come back.
Because anybody pull up at the gate and Mr. Adams comes out, I'm done, I start out the sign language and I just run. So me just done.
Well, I tell you one evening I came home and saw one. Obviously my daughter told me about him and all that stuff. And about 6 o'clock, I see this man asleep.
Yes.
I mean, in the city, you know.
Yeah.
So I call her when the man gone and said, listen, no, that man is not a good man, you know. A man, you are young people. You're a young woman. A man come look for you and asleep, him asleep.
Maybe let's try to say, you never want to face your father, no, so maybe just jump asleep right there, so. Just say, I'm not moving, Mr. Adams. I ain't moving. I'm not trying to do anything. I'm right here.
But funnily, I've never dictated to whom they should speak.
Yeah.
Not at all. I feel if you have a particular affinity for a particular person, then I have no right. If I have intelligence that he has been a criminal and not well associated,
yes,
then I will demand on you or command on you that get rid of that. So therefore, and they have been very successful.
Nice.
Right? Everybody has been successful. You know, everybody is healthy. We are very positive. And like I told you, I didn't join anything. But I read the Bible, I read the Quran.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I read...
Why the Quran?
I read communism. I read socialism.
Yeah.
I read feudalism.
Oh, okay.
I read fascism. I read the scripture. I read
What's your favorite
everything.
scripture?
You know.
Do you have a favorite scripture?
Not really, you know, because every day you read, you find something that has now become your favorite.
Yes.
You know,
or something that speaks to you.
Every day, something new. And you know, while you grow, the part in the Bible that at 20, that fascinated you.
Yes.
At 60, that is not the part that may
fascinate you. True. Because you're at a different stage and phase in your life.
Yes. You know.
What would you say is your stage and phase?
My favorite books, though, is to... Because I'm a very romantic person.
What? Hold on! Hold on! Excuse me! Did I hear that? Very romantic?
Very.
Well, we're in the month where Valentine's Day is coming around, Mr. Adams. You're romantic also.
And introducing whatever electrifies your path.
Sure, you know, some want to run out there. Run out there, you know. Me run up on Red Avenue, you know. Oh, electrifies. Plug in and can't plug out.
You know, so you know, my favorite books, especially if we talk about the Bible,
yes,
is like Solomon.
Okay.
Ecclesiastics, Proverbs, all these things that stimulate the behavior of mankind.
Yes.
Another books that teach you how to achieve.
Yes.
Because I'm also an achiever. I try to achieve.
Nice.
Right? Some people, you know, you have negative people. Adams is not educated for the job of commissioner of police. But I want to tell those who think that way that I have never put out in life to achieve the basic things that mankind, whether here or in Ethiopia or in Russia, did not put out to achieve. I have achieved everything.
Yes.
good career, discipline, good health, children achieving, me achieving a good lifestyle, wealth, a good house, a good car.
Yeah, well, cars.
Persons, yes, everything. And what has been responsible for that, you think? My level of education. I was to have gone to the university. And I know people going back when I said this, I know. But I have not gone. Because they're not teaching what I want to know. They're teaching me about what? The Europeans. They're teaching me about a culture where I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have done is to extrapolate from all these readings you see. And I told you that I read.
Yes.
And I read science books, I read mathematics. I love mathematics.
Oh, yeah? What, your favorite subject is maths?
No, not really, but I love it.
Okay.
Because it helps you to solve complex issues.
Yes.
I love English, I love science, and so on. So what I have to do, as I said, I extrapolate from all these issues. I read Hitler too.
Oh, yeah?
I read Mussolini. I read the KGB. I read the CIA. But what I have done now is to extrapolate from them all the good sides.
Yes.
And put them in one bundle.
Yes.
And use those things
As your guide.
as my guide.
Because there is good in all of us.
Thank you.
The bad people do good things and good people do bad things.
Definitely.
So there is good and bad in all of us. Reneto de Cordova, Valentino Adams, my very special guest here on Miss Kitty Live this afternoon, learning more about the man behind the aviator shades. He's here, my very special guest, being frank and open. He's a romantic man. Did you know that he's a romantic guy? He loves music. He loves to dress well. He loves to go to parties. And him like him party and him like him vibes.
And I respect women, believe me.
Talk to me about that, Mr. Adams, because...
So with that respect, I don't mean you want to go around with all women.
Yeah.
I just love women. I don't know, my mother was so loving to us. My grandma. All the ladies, when I came into this world, were so loving. You know, people don't appreciate the physique, the appearance of a lady. Many people don't appreciate it. It's a unique cluster of beautiful things.
Mm-hmm.
A woman is. Many men would observe a woman and say they are evil. The evil that I see coming out of many women has been motivated by men themselves.
Mm.
If you treat the women with disrespect, if you treat the women with scant regard, if you didn't come home in the evening and the first thing you can't quarrel about, but you've dinner already, instead of stopping, caressing the lady, say a nice word to her, thank you. You know, you can say to her, I almost returned from the house. Because, what? You look super different this evening. You know, and you tell her cheek, you know, your cheek is so unique.
Yes.
Your nostril, your smile.
Valentine's Day lyrics! Valentine's Day lyrics! Oh, my Lord.
Your hair, your...
Yeah.
You do
So compliment her.
Compliment.
Yes.
And funnily, that makes a difference.
Yes.
You know. And you will have reciprocation.
Yes.
They will do the same.
Yeah.
Right? Sometimes my better half will, you know, say so and so, so and so and so. I don't say a word. I don't open my mouth at all. I just let her have her say, have her talk, or whatever it is. Because my philosophy about man and woman relationship, the objective is really to be happy at all times.
Yes.
Not to be quarreling.
Yes.
Because I know and I read and I use my own feeling that if you abuse a woman and the time came for you to get together, for want of a better word, she will not be in that position and that feeling to respond to you.
Yes.
Her whole stimulation and excitement and energy dies.
Yes.
So Again, I want to exalt all men out there to treat your woman with dire respect and love and understanding.
I like that.
And at all times, we know women are. Just listen. Listen. If you can change, change. If you can't change, don't become abusive.
Just like that. Wise words from RENETO Adams right here on Miss Kitty Life. Who knew he was a love counselor? I didn't know. And you found out today on Miss Kitty Life. I got to tell you, Dr. Phil, now I've nothing for Mr. Adams. None at all. Oh, my days. Gotten so much insight into the man who many know as the gentleman, you know, on the television with the glasses and, you know, decked out in his helmet and, you know, stomping on crime or, you know, of course, controlling the crime monster. But of course, he has opened up to us today about the other facets of who he is, as he is indeed a multifaceted human being. We've learned about his childhood. We've learned about his going to, the police force, coming up through the ranks, the different challenges, the different impediments, but also his motivation, his stick-to-itiveness, his discipline, and his unwavering integrity that has led him to be the man that he is today. Very well dressed, as he always is. And I gotta tell you, dapper, okay? Right here. Debonair, right here on Miss Kitty Life. Mr. Adams, by the way, your cologne turn up. Talk to me about it now. You're a cologne man as well.
I tell you.
How many bottles do you have?
You know, and funnily, you know, I don't love any special cologne, you know.
True.
But sometimes why it smells complex.
Yes.
And quite wide ranging.
Yes.
It's a matter that it is a result of maybe using about 5.
Oh, 5 at one time.
At one time.
Nah, laugh with the road.
So you create now your own fragrance.
Yeah, the RENETO Adams. Now one of them the Adams. That understand the Adams. So you're wearing the Adams, right?
Yes,
nice.
Yes. So even that no though, I must caution against that too.
Yeah.
The perfume, in all respects, has been doing a lot of health damage to people. You know, the chemical, you know. So I would advise that just as much to make you smell fresh and all that.
Yes.
You gauge the amount you use.
Yes.
Because the soap, all these beautiful things you see they introduce, many of them are very, as it relates to your health,
Yes.
you know, are not good at all.
So you have to be very careful.
Yeah, but I like a good perfume.
Yes.
And I don't, people are funny. Some men love Clarks.
Yes.
I used to wear Bali. But I found out that after time, based on your personality and how the fashion is fitted on you, you really don't have to wear no high quality, whether it's garments, shoes,
Yes.
or perfume.
Yes.
I have found out that I may wear a mediocre pair of shoes. And people jump around you and say, where you get them the shoes, this and that. And sometimes it is much cheaper, or cheaper than
Yes, a brand name.
art.
Yes.
So, whatever you like, and funnily people don't understand this, some people don't understand this, whatever you like by way of perfume, your hairstyle,
Yes.
the glass you wear, and all that, if you like it,
Yes.
other people will like it.
Go with what you like.
Yes, but don't go the other way.
Yes.
Don't let anybody tell you your glasses is looking good, so you can wear that or take that one.
Yeah.
No, it's the one that you appreciate.
Yes.
So because you love it, whether it's your husband or your man or your whatever it is, from you appreciate it and love it. even if a man say, give you 100 reasons to say it not look good,
Yes.
you still gonna feel good in it.
Once you like it.
And that is it. So you ask me about the perfume and I go wondering.
Yeah.
But it's really that.
Yes. Well, let me take my time signal, and I want you to ruminate on this question about, if you when you look at your career, when you look at your life, do you have any regrets? I'm going to take the time signal and then back to your answer. Talking to RENETO Adams right here on Miss Kitty Live. Yes, Mr. Adams. So a colorful life as the one you've lived. Do you have any regrets? And would do anything differently?
And looking back, no, really, not any regrets at all. You may look on a particular issue and say, probably you could have done it another way.
Yes.
But no regrets. Everything that I have confronted in life and have experienced in life has worked for my own betterment. And where I have reached in life, I think all of these issues, all of these building blocks came together to help me achieving all my objectives. So I've had a few accidents, in motor vehicle accidents in life. And even that I would not say I would regret, because I've learned from the experience.
Yes.
And to make sure that another time, wherever you messed up, then it teaches you how to manipulate or to maneuver that experience on a future date. So I am happy for everything, the persons I've met on my way up, the persons who have transferred me, the persons who have tried to victimize me, the persons who have stood in my way, even those who, because I know persons are standing in my way for me not becoming the commissioner of police. I just want to tell you that I love you and you cannot hurt me. Even if I didn't get it, it will not hurt me. I will see it as a win-win situation. Because if I weren't appointed the commissioner of police, I would say, well, conversely, it's because nature itself has saved me from being killed. Probably. So nothing bothers me at all.
Yeah.
Really, nothing. I just take it that is the way it has to go. And I just want to say to the Jamaican people, everyone, and I've read some of your observations, even those who are not advocating for me to become the commissioner of police. I want to say thanks to you and love you. You must know your reason for not wanting me to achieve that objective. I observe that the Jamaican people are real passionate about me becoming the commissioner of police. And I must promise you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, everybody out there, if I'm given the chance, protecting my own life would never be a consideration, but to protect the lives of the Jamaican people from criminal elements. And to the extent that I would hope, and remember when I say, I mean a combination of the team that we will have, not me alone, but history, you've gone to very good school, all of us. And history has always taught us that one man or one woman can make a difference.
Yes.
You must have remembered Esther. And you remember all these women in the Bible.
Yes.
And we come to Jesus Christ. We come to Muhammad. All these people, single-handedly. And even if we want to include Hitler. Hitler created one of the greatest economic empire the world has ever seen. Although he has his wicked side. You understand? So I say that to say this, that I want to say thanks to everybody who has contributed to my development, to my safety especially.
Yes. Do you fear dying? Let me ask you, do you fear dying?
Only violently.
Okay.
And it's not a fear. I know I have to die, and if I were to have met up on that day. I just want to die easily, maybe in my sleep.
Okay.
I'm not afraid of being killed at all because I'm not being facetious and think I am
invincible.
Invincible. Thanks to the word I was trying to find it. But I have a strong mind that I will not allow anybody to kill me at all. And that is just my mind, what I put in my mind. And therefore, whatever I keep in my mind, it works in my defense.
Yes.
It's not only a mind thing, I also have put, measures in place to make sure that I remain safe.
Nice.
And again, Jamaican people are so beautiful. They are only now being disturbed by these criminal activities that are taking place in Jamaica. And I must tell you that, as I told you before, these little boys who are making the problems can be dealt with. But before we do so, government in itself must clean up the corruption within it. The police force and its hierarchy must clean up the corruption within it. The private sector must clean up the corruption in it. The church must clean up the corruption in it. All the universities, the learning institutions, everywhere must clean up the corruption in it. And to make sure that we open a new page and give me the opportunity that if I were elected the Commissioner of Police, to start on a ground where I don't have to come looking for you because of your criminal behavior. So in other words, indirectly I'm saying to the criminal elements, whether I am selected, yes or no, as of today, we are asking you to put away your guns and stop your foolishness. Stop killing your brothers and sisters, innocent people. And even if the persons were never too innocent, don't have them killed. Put away your guns. Because if I were to have been given a chance, I will be meeting you on the street. And our meeting probably will not be a very attractive one.
Mr. Adams, I thank you so very much for your time. I thank you for sharing with us this afternoon. We wish you all the best in your endeavors, whatever those are. Continued peace. Thank you so very much for your years of dedication, your years of service, giving unselfishly and really, embodying to protect, to serve, to reassure. Being a police officer is by no means an easy task or easy feat. When you put on your uniform and go out there to protect other people who you don't even know, sometimes putting your own life at risk to leave your own children, your own family. I want to salute all servicemen and servicewomen because it is really a job that can be very unrewarding at times, but one that really is so necessary. So for all those persons, including yourself, who you've given the best years and some of the best years of your life to serving Jamaica land we love, thank you so very much for all that you have contributed. And I wish you God's blessings, coverage. I hope that you will continue to strive and thrive in as many ways as possible. And again, thank you so much for sharing and coming on Miss Kitty Live because we know that you don't go. On the regular people things, you know what I mean? Mr. Adams, you know what I mean? So Thank you, sir. Lots of love.
And thank you to your staff too. They have been brilliant. They have been very, very effective.
Nice.
And efficient, and I feel real comfortable here.
Well, I sincerely appreciate that, and you're always welcomed. Thank you so much. Which is right. Mr. Reneto de Cordova, Valentino Adams.